What would change the ways that have proven to work continuously, especially when there is much riding on the line? In this video, we are going to explore the character Nozark and his AC Bitter Promise in hopes of explaining the motivation behind why he was in Grid 086 on the planet Rubicon. Due to the limited lore and background information, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon has provided for the players. The community can fill in the pieces of the story that should have been told. With that being said, let's get into it. On our journey to make it across the ice field using the cargo launcher at Grid 086 on the mission Infiltrate Grid 086, we, the player, 621, come across various locals as hostiles to stop our progress throughout their territory. The named inhabitants are Dozers, and they are in a gang of arms dealers called RAD. In the mission briefing, they are described as outlaws who treat coral like a drug. This paints them as a group of junkies that let their money and weapons dictate who has the power. One of these unique locals we stumble upon is an AC pilot named Nozark, who was hiding with his AC named Bitter Promise. When he sees us, he mistakes us for a debt collector, and before we get a chance to introduce ourselves, he is willing to fight to the death to maintain his independence.
I've got you now.
An ambush. No affiliation. Independent mercenary.
I don't owe you a damn thing. You've made a big mistake coming here.
I think he was expecting someone else. Let's deal with him and be on our way.
Don't worry. I put your money to good use. Just take a look at what my new AC can do. My credit score's only gonna go up. Get it through your thick skull. Why would I return what I borrow?
AP at 50%. Left-hand edit.
You gotta put that shit to work. Every last credit.
Hostile AC destroyed. Let's move on.
Using the arena data, we learn that he is an independent mercenary who snuck onto the Rubicon planet hoping to get rich quickly, taking advantage of the chaos brought about by the extraplanetary corporation's forays. Under Nozark's economic theory, the funds of others are but extensions of his resources. Thus, he continues to take on debt with no intention of repayment, as in his eyes the money was his anyway. This does have the benefit of allowing him to buy the latest in corporate technology as soon as it hits the market. He considers the power of his AC an asset to his credit score. This paints a clear picture that he is the type of character who takes advantage of any opportunity to make any gain in his book and his book alone, regardless of how far it pushes others down. However, here is where my question begins to materialize. Why would he be in a hostile environment where the people around you care only about money, weapons, and getting their coral fix? If he's in an infinite amount of debt, wouldn't there be a bounty on his head that would be known throughout the surrounding star systems to all those who need the reward? Hiding in the RAD territory is like robbing a police station in the middle of the day. It does not make sense. Unless an irrational element is introduced, this is where my tin-foil hat fantasy comes into play. So prepare your mind for this. I believe Nozark was hiding in Grid 086 for one of two reasons, but was ultimately driven by irrationality. He was either coming clean of the lifestyle he once relished, or waiting to see someone, all driven by the power of emotion. None of this is fact, but wouldn't it be interesting if Nozark changed his heart due to meeting someone in the Dozer's crew who saw him differently than others? Why else would one, especially a man, risk being caught by other lowlifes willing to do anything for their next quick fix? This person, whether they realized it or not, had the power to change Nozark's life forever by having that impact on him. We all felt that at least once in our lives when encounter a person that turns our Rubicon 3 upside down. Unfortunately, Nozark's story of what could have been is cut short by 621 accidental encounter, which ends his life called Bitter Promise. He was just another bug stepped on that could have been a butterfly. All of this is fantasy since we had so little to work with the character, but it is our job as fans to flush out areas needing more content. So what do you all think about this possibility? What do you think Nozark was doing on grid 086? Leave your thoughts down in the comment box below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you all for watching, and let's talk about some crazy theories you have floating. Once again, I love to read and reply to you all. Until then, I want you all to take care, stay safe, and stay fly. Raven.